Hello, and welcome to Start, Build, Thrive, where you can unleash creativity. I'm Nneka, and today I want to focus on a very important topic: how leaders can start to think about integrating or implementing artificial intelligence into their district systems. As a district leader, I implemented artificial intelligence initiatives in two separate districts, and this was before ChatGPT came out. And one question that I'm often asked is like, hey, as a district leader, what steps do we need to take? And I'm going to say a couple of things of where district leaders need to start. The first question that I often ask is, what do you mean by artificial intelligence? Because it's going to be important as a district leader to understand the distinctions. You have artificial intelligence of what I call the broad stroke, which encompasses the different systems, algorithms, etc., that mimic human action, interaction, thought processes. Artificial intelligence is not alive. It isn't sentient. It's not coming to terminate you. Artificial intelligence as the broad stroke. Generative AI, which as an example is ChatGPT or chatbots or Gemini, the other systems out there. There are plenty of awesome chatbots out there, and different types of generative AI for images or music. That is actually a subset in a way of artificial intelligence. And so it's important to note those distinctions and to understand the different components of artificial intelligence, because as a district leader, you may be asked to provide those distinctions, particularly for maybe a superintendent or a board of trustees getting questions from their constituents or the community. So let me give you an example. What if you're in a district that's like, we want to ban artificial intelligence? Again, what is the distinction? Artificial intelligence is in almost every system included in a district package of the different technologies that are available. Everything from transportation logistics to procurement to student information systems. And again, it's going to be important as a district leader to start making those distinctions, because if there are calls from the community or, the legislatures in different cities or states start to talk about banning AI, they need to have an understanding. And as district leaders, we can lead and help to provide that support and understanding of what artificial intelligence is and what it is not. And so here's what I'm recommending as a former district leader, again, who implemented artificial intelligence initiatives in two districts. As a district leader, it is going to be important for you, one, to understand artificial intelligence and its components. And I'm not talking about getting a doctorate, just the basic definitions. But now you need to be specific to your district. And this is going to be important because it's going to make you, it's going to be necessary to talk to different members of your district teams. You need to be aware of, as a district leader, how artificial intelligence or components of artificial intelligence, such as machine learning, are deployed on different systems in your district. So, for example, I was a chief academic officer and I didn't have time to get all of that information myself. However, I did have an instructional technology team. I had a technology team. We all worked together. I, had a student information systems team. We also had our finance team. And each one of these teams do interact with the systems that help districts run. And they know the names of those products, and they can have conversations with the sales team or the products teams or the teams they normally interact with those vendors, in order to get an understanding of which types of artificial intelligence are in those systems and how they work. And this is going to be important because when it's time to really start discussing artificial intelligence, now, on the academic side, you may say, well, it's just generative AI. We have all these generative AI systems. However, I can tell you that for many years, you've probably had AI in your district in the form of adaptive assessments. These are the type of assessments that as a student is responding to questions, the system adapts depending on how the students are answering the questions. This is not generative AI, but it is a type of AI that you need to be aware of as a district leader. And so I would gather my team, or if you're in a position like I was on the superintendent's leadership team, so, it was, had that opportunity to bring people together. If you're not in that type of leadership role, talk to the people who can bring people together. That is step one. You have to know what you have and how it is integrated into your district. It is not enough just to know the generative or academic tools. You need to know how the tools that are integrated throughout your systems, how they work. And so again, looking at transportation, looking at even the school lunch programs, looking at your student information systems, looking at your academic systems, looking at your finance systems. All of these systems are important to review in order to determine, once again, the type of AI or components of AI that are being used in these systems and how they impact your district. Once you have that information, you will be in a great position to be able to provide information to your superintendent, to your board of trustees, and to the community about how artificial intelligence is working in your district. And then when there are calls for things such as ban AI, and your district leaders, in terms of your superintendents or boards of trustees, have to make decisions, you are able to inform them and they are able to inform their communities about the true impact of how artificial intelligence has been used in districts for many years and how it actually can benefit. And then there can be those discussions about which types of AI to maintain and which types of AI are not appropriate. And so maybe it does become a discussion on, okay, we need them for these systems, our operation systems, but for our academic systems, we want it to be teacher facing at this time. Those are the conversations that need to happen. I hope that as district leaders or education leaders or those interested, that this simple tip can help you go a long way towards integrating or implementing artificial intelligence in your districts. So start by understanding the differences and distinctions of artificial intelligence systems, particularly the differences between artificial intelligence and generative artificial intelligence. Build capacity, not only in yourself, but in your district leaders and your board of trustees and your executive leadership by bringing people together and finding out which types of AI are in which systems in your district. And thrive by being in a position to provide this information in a way that is accessible to anyone in your community as you continue to build AI systems in your district. Thank you and have a wonderful day.